Welcome to Rituals in Ash. The heart is not merely an organ. It is the oldest room we ever lived in. A chamber shaped by touch, by loss, by beginnings we didn't see coming, and endings we never learned how to hold. If the body carries our scars, the heart carries our echoes. It remembers the warmth of a presence long after the footsteps have faded. It remembers the storms long after the rain has stopped. It remembers love even when it has no place left to return to. It has been said that to love without grasping is to breathe with the heart itself. The heart does not cling by nature. It only beats. It opens and closes like a door, learning how to forgive the world again and again. Every heartbeat is an act of trust. To keep living despite everything that has broken before. To rise from grief without knowing whether joy will return. To keep the door open even when the night feels endless. The heart sutures itself quietly, not by erasing the wound, but by expanding around it. This is the alchemy of compassion. Pain that softens instead of hardens. Sorrow that teaches instead of destroys. Loneliness that deepens our ability to recognize another's loneliness. There is an understanding that when the heart loosens its grip on ownership, it becomes a cool place, not numb, not indifferent, but spacious, like still water, untroubled by wind. When the idea of mine releases its hold, love stops being a cage and becomes a refuge. And so the heart becomes a field where everything that visits is allowed to stay long enough to teach us something, then leave without taking our wholeness with it. The heart keeps time in ways the mind never learns to measure. It counts not by hours, but by moments of opening. A glance held too long, a hand released too soon, a silence shared without needing to be filled. Long after events have ended, the heart continues to echo their rhythm. It beats differently around certain memories, slows near old names, tightens at the edge of familiar sorrow. This is not weakness. This is sensitivity refined by living. The heart does not seek permanence. It learns endurance. It learns how to stay porous without dissolving, how to remain open without losing its shape. There is a quiet intelligence here, an understanding that love is not proven by how tightly we hold, but by how gently we allow things to pass through us. In this way, the heart becomes a keeper of seasons. It knows when to bloom, when to withdraw, when to rest beneath the surface, until warmth returns. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. The heart survives not by closing itself to the world, but by learning the exact width through which the world may enter. Grief, too, is a form of love. It is the shadow cast when something precious stood in our light for too long. It is proof that our inner world was once illuminated by a presence that mattered. When we touch grief gently, we touch love in its purest form. Love without possession, without agenda, without tomorrow. To understand the heart is not to flee from suffering, nor to drown in it, but to witness its movement without turning away. Suffering is not the enemy. It is a shaping force, widening the heart, softening its edges, teaching it how to hold more without breaking. The heart is a river. Let it flow. Let it carry the debris of old stories, old versions of yourself, old expectations that no longer fit. Let it carve new paths the way water carves stone, slowly, patiently, with a softness more enduring than force. The heart is a lantern. When everything else collapses, its light remains, faint, trembling, but present. Present enough to guide you through the dark one breath at a time. Love is not what we hold on to. Love is what remains after everything else has gone. The heart knows this. It has known it since the first time it learned how to break and still kept beating. So sit quietly with your heart. Listen to its stories, honor its wounds, forgive its hungers, and trust its courage. The quiet courage of a chamber that keeps opening even after everything. Here, in this vulnerable room, you are closest to the truth of being human. That to feel deeply is not a weakness, but a way back home. Reclaim the future. Reclaim the soul.